Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today I am doing a little review, giving a look at my Bark River Aurora. And that'll be in the CPM 3V. Just spin it around there for a quick look. There's a CPM 3V. Now this one happens to be bone white micarta, red liners. I really like that look. Kind of the bone and blood, I guess, is the appeal to it. But this is a phenomenal blade. It performs well. I'm having some issues with edge retention, and looked into it a little bit, asked a few questions, and I was told that it's possible the edge was burned a little bit. I guess they do a lot of power grinding at Bark River. I'm guessing, or I assume, from what I've been told, it seems that way, and maybe the edge is just a little burned. I need to wear down some of the metal by just sharpening it to take care of that problem. So don't let that scare you away from this knife. It performs very well, and when I say I have an issue with edge retention, I mean only that it loses hair popping, shaving sharp, after about 10 or 15 minutes of working with wood, which isn't ideal, but isn't exactly shocking either. It still performs. I can use this all day and not have an issue with it. We'll get to the sheath in a bit. So let's baton a little wood. We're going to use hardwood for this test. It's a substantial knife, and for testing purposes, I've been asked to use hardwood. Not a problem. Pretty good little knot in that. And plowed through it pretty well. That was not an issue. Just went straight through it like it wasn't there. Good full convex grind on this knife, which I happen to like. Split that again, and that bark should pop off then. There we go. It's maple, in case you're wondering. Right through that knot, no worries. Go through the other half of the knot, no worries. So you saw it plowed through that, chopped that up, no problem, batoned rather. Took care of it, no issues. We'll keep a piece of that aside. Trying to find a piece of cedar. Which that is not. Bear with me, folks. My apologies. There we go. A little bit of softwood. We'll do a little hardwood feather sticking here. Camera's still in frame. Yes, sirree. Trying to talk a little louder than I might normally. It's extremely windy here today. Not that the wind drowning out my voice isn't a good thing, but I am trying to relay a little bit of information. Anyways, as you can see, does a fairly easy job of it. Of course, even easier on softwood. Like I said, this is cedar. Getting very fine curls. Again, all the wood I use to test my knives, and specifically for these reviews, is deadwood that I have collected from around me. I don't feel a need to take a living tree. I certainly don't think there's any need to take down a living tree, or even especially a sapling, something that's just starting to grow and, you know, kind of take its place in the forest or the woods. Just to review a knife or to test a knife. There's plenty of deadwood that can be found if you look for it. I think it just shows a proper respect for nature. That's me, that's my opinion. I know other people have different thoughts on that, and that's their, you know, that's for them. That's up to them. They're allowed to think differently, that's for sure. But that's how I feel. Anyways, you can see this is doing a fine job. Tip to base. Does a great job. And you can see roughly the size of that. Hopefully this will stay in frame. Power cutting very well. Pardon me. That's half of the chunk that came off of it anyway. So, blasts through softwood very easily. Comfortable handle. Very easy to get shavings. Very, very easy. And we'll do the same thing here with some hardwood. So that was three, oops, excuse me. That was 3 passes. And it took that much anyway, so like I said, off hardwood. So no problem at all. Same thing with shavings. Hoping those are all going into frame. Yeah, they are. Good. Nothing noticeable on hot spots for this hand. Nothing I notice. I think the only thing that comes from, especially with the hardwood, from duration of use, as far as any kind of discomfort in the hand, just comes from squeezing it so hard. Like, there's nothing that stands out as a hot spot. Nothing that's, you know, protruding that affects my grip or that affects my comfort level with this knife. That is to say, it's got a high comfort level. And do a quick notch here, which of course is very, very easy to do in softwood. As you can see, not a problem at all. For your tent pegs, your deadfall traps, bird traps, or whatever, we'll use a piece of the hardwood I was using before. Attempt to make a notch in that as well. Also very easy. I mean, full convex lends itself to really powering through wood. So that is my little review, little test of the Bark River knife and tool Aurora CPM 3V. Bring you in for a little bit of a closer look. And as always, I'll have the stats posted on the knife in my description. So just a standard, good quality sheath. It came extremely tight, molded itself well. I'd like to see some double stitching in here. I'm starting to notice it's starting to pull away a little bit here, but that's, sorry if I'm getting into the light, but that's just from the way I carry it. I carry it carabiner style, horizontally across my waist. I did a video on that if you're kind of curious as to what I'm talking about. Just check back in my videos. But good quality sheath, very sturdy, fire steel loop, and yeah, I like it. It holds it well. Stainless steel pins really suit this knife with the micarta. Lanyard hole also, or lanyard tube also stainless. Here's the liners as I was talking about. Flip that around. Rather like the compass symbol or icon that they put on that. Looks nice. And there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to see me do with the knife or to know about the knife, I will answer as best I can. And everyone just have a great day. Be well.